guys, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Pick a Card channel, and this is the pick a card reading, What Makes You Attractive to Others. And so we have three groups as usual. We have group number 1, which is card number 36, Divine Wisdom. We have group number 2, which is the Truth, which is card number 23. And then we have group number 3, Personal Power, which is card number 13. So please just take a moment and feel your way into one or more of these groups, and I will see you at your reading. Group number 1, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Pick a Card channel, and this is, you are group number 1 actually in the reading, What Makes You So Attractive to Others. Group number 1, I have been sitting here meditating with your cards, and let me tell you, if this reading is for you, it's going to be very clear exactly what makes you so attractive to others. Right now I'm seeing all kinds of personality traits. When we get into the tarot, we may get into a bit more physical traits, and I do have a few, but right now let me just go ahead and get started. The first thing that I see for you, group number 1, is like your light. It doesn't matter what your hair color is, what your complexion is, you have a light coming from inside of you. Your smile lights up a room, and I believe that you've heard that before, like you've gotten a compliment on your smile, or someone says, wow, you just look so happy, or looking at you and seeing you smile just makes me smile, makes me feel so so happy just to be around you. I feel like you are an optimist, like you are, grateful for what you have, thankful for what you have. Not that that doesn't mean that you don't strive for more with the masculine energy. I see that you are a doer, and that you you have goals, you have dreams, you have aspirations. That's another thing that people see very admirable about you, is that if you want something, you go out and get it. Like, you may talk about something and like your plans, and but people know, oh, if group number 1's talking about this, give it a couple of weeks, give it even 6 months, maybe even a year, depending on how big the goal is. But if group number 1's talking about doing something, creating something, making something happen, it is going to happen. People come to you for advice. Even your best friends, even those who know you and maybe know about some of your losses or some of your foibles or maybe some not so great decisions that you made in your life. People still come to you for advice because you're just so non-judgmental. You're so, you have like a wise air about you. It's like you can look at a situation and kind of call out what the deal is right away and give people, if not like the solution, maybe even just a different perspective. And that's something that people love about you. It's like they know that if they need advice or have somebody that they want to talk to about something, that they can come to you, group number 1. No judgment, no know-it-all, whatever. Number 1, you will listen. Number 2, you'll have some great insights. And number 3, they'll really just feel heard. And that is something that people find extremely attractive about you, is that you listen and you care and you have feedback, and people just feel very heard and cared for around you. Another thing that people like about you with the trust, the root chakra, and the second house, with the cards on this end, I see you as like a very grounded person. Like you're not going to be the one, like if something bad happens, you will maybe talk about it. I would say if something bad happens to you, you probably process it internally before you share it, or you may keep a lot of it to yourself because you just don't feel a need to talk about it, or there just may be a limited few people that you talk to about it. But you're very centered and grounded and balanced. Like you're not fly by night. You don't, if something goes wrong, you don't freak out and go down a bunny trail for 6 months. You kind of go with the flow. You know, you take your punches and you get back up and you keep on going. I do see that you are very good with your money and your resources. You're very practical about it. I would say that you are one that you've taken a good path. And let me just put it this way. Even if you are doing something that you don't really love or is not really super fulfilling, whatever it is, you've made the best of it. And I would say you're the kind of person that you have a 401k, you've got an emergency savings, you've got a nice car, or you're well on your way towards those goals, because those things are important to you. You may, like I said, it may not be the end all for you. You may be wanting to start a business. You may want another job. You may be thinking about going to school. Because with this masculine energy card, I just see you really like a mover, a shaker, a doer. So, you know, even if you're not happy though doing what you're doing and you're planning on doing something else, you've created a very solid foundation for yourself as far as money and security and, you know, how you live. People find that very attractive in as much as you take care of yourself, you do the right thing. You know, this doesn't mean that you aren't spontaneous and that you aren't able to jump in the car and go take a fun weekend trip. It doesn't mean that you're boring. It means that you take care of business. And I think people find that very, very attractive. So all in all, now one little bit of physical attractiveness that I'm getting from this is your walk. Okay, so first we already have your smile. That was physical. I would say your walk. If you are a woman, I think you've been complimented on your graceful walk. Maybe you sway. Maybe you have great posture. Maybe it's something you've practiced. Maybe it's something that you just naturally have. Maybe your mom used to yell at you about your posture. But I'm hearing that you get complimented on your walk. And if you're a dude, I'm hearing like panther-like. If you haven't heard it, when people look at you, they feel like you're like a cat, like a big cat. Like the way you walk is just like really sexy, or, you know. And same for feminine too. The feminine and the masculine. The walk is being called out, as well as the smile. Kind of the walk, the way you hold yourself, the way you move. But I would say mainly the walk is what is noticed and commented on. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what other attractive qualities people see in you. What do people find attractive about you? Why are you so darn attractive, group one? And you know, we all have those things. Maybe we don't know that people think this, so this could be very enlightening to you. Or it could be confirmation, like for you, group one, you could have said, yeah, I have heard that about my smile, or yeah, someone did say that I have a sexy walk. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the Alchemist, Strength, and the Six of Pentacles. So let me go ahead and start here with the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Six is really about like balance, harmony. That goes with a lot of what we were talking about, the kind of person that you are. Very balanced. You accept life. You trust that you are on the right path, and if you find out that you're not, you're like, okay. You adjust your path. You trust your inner guidance and your higher self, and I think that's why people probably come up to you for advice, because you're confident in yourself, you're confident in your decisions, you see things, you see even where you yourself may go wrong, and you course correct, and you're not too hard on yourself, and you're definitely not hard on others. So I definitely see that with you. I'd say that in a love relationship, you'd be very balanced, like you try and keep things as 50-50 as possible. And I do believe that your partner would find that very attractive. Like, the cool thing is, why you wouldn't expect too much of your partner, you also wouldn't be like an overgiver. Like, if someone's sick, say your partner was sick, you would give 90% until they were better. And then once they started feeling better, then you'd back off and let them do their own thing. But if you were sick, you would expect the same, you know, that kind of a thing. That's the kind of relationship that you would want. And I think people find that very attractive, in as much as it's fair and it's decent. And in fact, I'd say you've been in relationships before, and you've probably been like goals. Or even if you're in a relationship now, you may hear, oh yeah, my girl was saying they wish they had someone like you because you're so fair. When when your partner was sick last month, you really took care of them and brought them soup and did this and that, or that kind of stuff. So you'll get that kind of comments from your partner and from other people who notice you or see you in action in a relationship, about how balanced and fair you are with love and with money. You don't take care of people per se, in as much as you expect your partner to contribute, whether it's and say it's a more traditional relationship, and you are the breadwinner, and so you're bringing the money home. If that were the case, and you were bringing the money home and your partner was taking care of the house, you would really respect that effort, and you would look at it like they're definitely bringing 50%, if not more, to the table. And so you're very balanced in that aspect, as far as giving and taking in love, in finances, in respect, in honor, and all that kind of thing. You're a very strong person. I think you're admired for your perseverance, for like say with friendships. I think you're very admired in your friendships. I would say, group number one, that you may be the person that you still have friends from like grade school. Okay, you're steady, you keep in touch, you persevere, your friendships are very important to you. You make the effort to keep things moving, to keep things going, and that's very appreciated. Your friends find that a very attractive and very lovable personality trait, I guess. And you may even be the one who is on the reunion committee, or you may have started a Facebook group or something to help keep everybody in touch. I would say with the Alchemist, I'm getting this card, like or this energy, I'm sorry, with this card, with the Alchemist card, and with like the masculine energy. I really feel like, I said you're a doer. I do feel like you really, you take responsibility in your life, okay? You make things happen. And people find that very, very attractive. And whether it's creating this home situation that's very stable and secure, and with the 401k and all that, or whether it's being entrepreneurial and starting businesses, whatever it is recognized and very, very admired. It's like a powerful quality that not everybody has. And so it is something that is definitely recognized and that people certainly find attractive. With the Five of Cups, I've kind of saved this for last. Group number one, the message that I'm getting the second I see this is something that people find very attractive about you is that you can be vulnerable. And to your close friends, maybe even like in public. I mean, I don't see you being the kind that's, on Facebook for every little thing, or, talking about a breakup, or, sharing TMI. But I do see you have the capability to be vulnerable and to share your feelings with others. And you know what? People do find that very attractive. The ability to kind of open up, and not necessarily even self-depreciating, but just like, something, people are talking and, maybe being vulnerable with each other and saying, yeah, I tried that. I wanted to start this new business, and so I tried X, Y, and Z, and it didn't work out. And, some people would be like, oh, wow, that's a bummer. Next time maybe you won't, blah, 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 or something. Not you. You would be the one that would say, wow, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I get it, because I had a similar experience. 5 years ago, I did blah, 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 and, lost my, what's that saying? Just, like, really had a big L and, a big loss, and that hurt, and it took me time to, recover from that and get back, but I did learn from it, and blah, blah, blah. People like that. Like, they don't want you to try and one-up them, but they like it that you're not perfect. Like, you really do have your shizmet together, but they like it that if there is a failure, that you're not too proud to share it, and that you can, share your feelings. Or the same, if it was about relationships, you can say, yeah, I'm so happy to be, what I have now. It took me a while to learn the kind of person, 5 years ago I had a really bad situation and blah, 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 but this is what I learned from it. Stuff like that. So you can be vulnerable, you can be open. Again, it's not TMI, and you're not blasting it all over Facebook, but when it's appropriate and when it's right, you can be vulnerable. And that's another thing that people find very attractive about you. So group number one, not too much on the physical realm. I would say, though, that having a light shining from you is beautiful. Having a smile that lights up the room is beautiful. Having, good posture and a sexy walk is beautiful. Very attractive. Very admirable. But having people think that you are wise, coming to you for advice, admiring the stable life that you've created, admiring how you make things happen, admiring how balanced you are, and, giving and, back and forth you are. These are the things that people find very attractive about you, group number one. And I think you sound pretty cool myself. So if this does resonate, please do give me a thumbs up, and please do subscribe if you have not. Thanks, group number one, and I'll see you next time. Hey, group number two. This is the Tana Tarot Pick a Card channel, and you are group number 2 for the Pick a Card reading. What do people find so attractive about you, or what makes you so attractive to others? So, I have been sitting here with your cards. Let me start. The first thing is we have the card of truth. I'll go ahead and start over on the left. People really do appreciate you for your honesty, truthfulness, straightforwardness, sometimes even bluntness. I'm feeling Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius energy here. I just feel like you can't help it. You kind of call it as you see it. I think you have like a pretty nifty sense of humor. Yeah, I just like your personality. I feel like people appreciate your honesty, your sense of humor, your just your bluntness. I feel like you also have a real joie de vivre, a real joy of life. Like even if you get down and, you know, like have depression, or, you know, you get down sometimes on yourself or due to what's going on in your life, I feel like underneath you really do just have this positive outlook. In fact, I feel like you are kind of amused by life. I see sometimes you can get down and, you know, on you know, by what's going on, like freaked out, you know, by global warming, you know, and all this shit, and everything that's going wrong, and like, would you want to bring children into this and all that? Like, you know, you can get, you can, I don't know, it can affect you, right? You can get down for a minute or even, you know, a week. But inside, you really do have this, this joy for life and this honest, beautiful outlook. And people just find that extremely attractive. People like to be around you. If someone's putting together some kind of social thing, they'll be like, oh, make sure you invite group 2. Because group 2 is a hoot. And in fact, get a drink or two into group 2, if you do drink. And they just find you super duper amusing. If it does change your personality at all, it's like in a really good way. And you just really, you're not mean at all. You don't have a mean humor, but it is honest, it is blunt, and it is funny as hell. And you've probably heard that before, so if you have, this reading's for you. Another cool thing about you, I'm picturing like a surfer person, like a surfer dude or a surfer chick. I see you, you know, of course, I'm seeing the stereotypical, what is it from, you know, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the, you know, the tan with the bleach blonde hair and, you know, the beach bum clothes, but it doesn't matter what race you are. I just see like a super duper, like laid back, like hippie surfer, like chill. Like you could clean up and look really good in going out clothes, like if you're a guy, a tux, or if you're a gal, a little black dress or something. But I see that you really lean more towards casual clothes. And when I say that, it's not even like me, like I have my everyday sweats and my yucky house sweats, and then my my fancy sweats, you know, that I wear to events. I'm serious, ever since the pandemic, it's like I have so much sweats. But I see that, I feel like you're just really chill, and that you have that kind of laid back, boho kind of vibe about you, or surfer vibe, or whatever it is. But whatever it is not like my deal. It's not like boring, and it's not like all black. Like you enjoy color, you enjoy cotton. Your clothes express your personality. to the max. I see your clothes as being either very colorful or having like detail and interest. Okay, I think that something like that's very important to you. I feel like you get a lot of compliments, like people really dig your vibe, they really dig the things, like you may pair unusual colors or textures or something, but you have some unique way about you. Like even if you're more conventional dresser, you'll be the one with the crazy socks or something. So you have something about you and something about the way that you dress that is noticed and appreciated, and people find really attracting, cute, funny, interesting, but it draws attention to you in a really, really good way. Okay. Wow. You sound like a lot of fun. I feel like, again, with the happiness card and the truth card, I just got this whole joie de vivre thing, this whole joy for life. Again, like you can get down, you can get depressed, you can get sad, you can have your bad days just like everybody else, but deep inside, you are amused by life, you are excited by life, you are, we have the fire here, you're passionate about certain things, you're interested, you're excited by life, and people feel that. So people get that, people feel that, and it's very attractive. Would you rather hang out with an Eeyore or with like a fun, innocent Winnie or a crazy, goofy Tigger? Who would you rather hang out with? And you are a little bit of like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, and you've got all of that good, positive, cool energy going on about you that people admire and that people want to be around. Another thing about you, if this reading is for you, and if this is not true, then this reading may not be for you, or maybe just this one point may not be for you. But I do see that you love animals, okay? So whether cats, dogs, turtles, ferrets, fish, birds, whatever it is, I see that you are an animal lover. You may, give to causes. You may have rescued a boatload of animals. If for some reason you can't or unable to, or have chosen not to have animals in your home for whatever reason, you do feel a close affinity to animals. You may feel a brethren with birds like crows or something. Like you may feel a real attachment, or you may feel very drawn to like elephants, and maybe you, I was going to say capture, but that's not the right word. Maybe you collect like elephant statues or elephant furniture or elephant pictures or something. So whether it's like everyday life and you actually have the little furry critters in your house, or whether you just admire and feel an affinity to a specific type of animal, there is some kind of a connection there. And that is something that, especially if you have like, if you have like rescues and you have animals in your home, that is something that really draws a lot of admiration from people. They really love, that you love animals, and that you are so caring and giving, and give so much of yourself. And so that is something that people find very attractive about you. Or if it's just something that you collect, I believe you do it in such a way that it is very attractive, very spiritual, whatever it is, whether it's like feathers or pictures of birds, whatever it is, it's interesting. People comment on it, And like it just may be your thing. Like maybe you wear jewelry, or maybe you have pictures, but whatever it is, people find it very attractive. It's something about you that people are drawn to. Okay, the last, oh no, it's not the last thing, next to the last thing. The next thing is you're either drawn to or you attract people who are the exact opposite of you. Okay? So it may be like if you are, I'm saying you're this laid back, truthful person, kind of outspoken, maybe you may attract or be attracted to a really conservative, quiet person. Okay? You may be attracted to someone of a different race, a different religion. Definitely someone of totally different MO, like if you are a crazy and wild Sagittarius, you may be attracted to a quiet, analytical Virgo or something. Whatever it is. So whether it's race, religion, astrological sign, personality traits, whatever it is, you are attracted to people who are different from you, and people who are totally different than you are attracted to you. And that's what they find attractive about you, is the difference. Okay. And then the last card, we have burden. It's a number 10, just like in the tarot. Number 10 is the end of a cycle, laying down of a burden. I've been more talking about like personality traits up to this point. This is really more maybe like an event. I have a feeling that maybe you had people-pleasing tendencies, or either that, or you had some kind of a heavy load that you carried. Maybe you ended up having to take care of family members who were, it's a really dark card. Even when the light is the best, it's really hard to see it. I think it's like a little ant on a leaf, but it's really dark. But I think one thing that people admire and appreciate about you is that, one, you were willing to carry this burden. Let's use the elderly parents as an example, maybe, that you gave up a few years of your life to help take care of your elderly parents, something like that. People really admired that and appreciated that about you, that, you saw the value in helping them, and you loved them, and it was like not even a question that it would be something that you'd want to do. And that was very admirable to people. And then also, if it was something negative, like you were a people pleaser or you let people take advantage of you, you learned your lesson. And you did. You learned the lesson, and you realized that why you did it. Maybe it had something to do with childhood. And you're like, you know what? I am trying to prove myself, my worthiness, and I'm giving myself away. And, you saw what you were doing, you realized why you were doing it, and you changed it, and you put down that burden. And those people that knew you for quite a while and that were close to you and loved you saw that, and they think that they're just amazed and thrilled and so happy, and they find that very attractive about you. So that's what we have as far as the oracle. Let me go ahead and pull some tarot and see we can find out what else about you is so attractive to other people. We didn't get too much physical, except for we definitely got like your aura is very relaxed and free and kind of laid back and comfortable. Like I just see like warm, airy, breezy feeling. Like people look at you and they're like, oh, right? And then the way that you dress, that is the main thing. People find it very attractive, very interesting. You'll hear a ton of comments about that throughout your life, about your style, your uniqueness. So what do we have? We've got Judgment, the Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. Yeah. You know, with this 10, the burden card, about learning to love yourself, letting go of a burden, taking on a burden that's worth taking on, but letting go of a burden that's not worth, like people pleasing. We have the Nine of Cups. This shows me that you are a person who has worked on loving yourself, has worked on valuing yourself, has worked on honoring yourself. And let me tell you what, people find that so freaking attractive. The universe finds it attractive. When you love yourself and you honor yourself, that is what you are going to draw in. You are going to draw in people that love you and honor you and value you. So that is one thing. When people see you, they're like, they see someone who is so self-assured. Okay? Someone who just looks pleased as punch with themselves. You're someone who you would not ever want to do or say anything that would hurt someone's feelings on purpose. But if anyone ever gives you shit, you are there to tell them exactly what for, because you love yourself. You're not going to put up with any kind of BS like that. Okay? And those that are, you know, that love you and admire you and that are attracted to you, love that about you. They're like, yeah, stick up for yourself. Yeah, you love yourself. Yeah, you value yourself. That's a very, very attractive energy. Okay? I have a feeling that you, with the Judgment card and the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups, you've done a lot of work. Okay? Like you started over. You needed to learn to love yourself and value yourself. You were judging yourself too harshly. You made a decision to kind of start over, treat yourself better, kind of start a new life, loving yourself. And that's the energy that I'm getting here, is that you don't judge yourself too harshly. You don't judge others too harshly. People love that about you. They feel comfortable coming up and talking to you because they know that they won't be judged. They know that they can, you know, talk to you and that you will listen and you won't, you know, belittle them or, you know, anything like that. It's a very attractive quality. And people can tell, those that have known you forever are amazed by the work that you've done and how you've started over. And people that are just now meeting you can tell that you really think a lot of yourself and that you value yourself. Okay? And again, very attractive quality. With that energy, you will call in those that will value you and honor you because you value and honor yourself. Very attractive. Now, let's look at the King of Wands. If you are a man, you are good looking, sexy, charismatic. I mean, people, it's a quality. I had a gal that I worked with, and she met President Clinton, and she said, you know, she said, I'm not really attracted to people like him, anything, but she goes, when you meet him, it is like you are the only one in the room. He is paying attention to you. He's very charismatic, extremely. And I've kind of met a couple people like that. And we know that's what Monica Lewinsky was feeling, right? But anyway, you are very charismatic. You have an air, an aura, a vibe about you. It's just, it rolls off you and people feel it. It's like your aura is palpable. It's like people can feel your aura. Okay? And if you are a woman, you are the same. You are sexy, you are charismatic, you're good looking. I would say, male or female, you're both maybe on the taller side, maybe more athletic, but just very attractive and charismatic people. And of course, people are going to find that extremely attractive. Also, with the Ten of Pentacles, hey, there may be a few gold diggers in there, but what this tells me is you have your shizmet together, or you definitely totally will. And when I say together, I mean all the way together, like generational wealth, okay? And people are going to find that very attractive. There's going to be people who are only in it for the money, and you have to weed those people out. But there's going to be people that are attracted to, the charismatic energy that you have. And then why would you not be attracted to someone that really built something awesome? It's like, wow, look what this person did. Like, I would love to be their partner and build it with them. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to make sure that no one's taking advantage. But yeah, people are going to be totally attracted to you for who you are, and then for what you have created, if you get what I mean. So be careful for gold diggers, but there are going to be people who are going to be very attracted to you for what you've created. So group number 2, this is awesome. So this is what I have for you, and if this did resonate, please do give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Group number 3, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Pick a Card channel, and you are group number 3 for the Pick a Card reading. What makes you so attractive to others? I have been sitting here with your cards, and I'm really getting a feeling for you. I feel like you overcame a lot, and you've done a lot of work. Okay? The words that I'm getting for you are self-assured, powerful, personal power, but like power to the people, like powerful, like maybe you weren't so powerful before, but you've done a lot of work and you are powerful now. And we have the fist, but with psychic development, I feel like, okay, I just got a message that just popped in my head. I see that you have gone through, not gone through, that's not the right wording. I see that you have taken control of your life and made huge changes through your own efforts. A lot of times we do these readings and, I see butterflies and transformations, and it's like, yeah, great, how does that happen? But with you, I see you, let me use some examples. I see maybe you were either overweight or you were thin, and you wanted to be more fit, more, what's the word when defined, like you wanted to either lose the weight and gain, God, I'm just having a hard time. I worked all day and now I'm doing readings, so my brain's a little fried. If you were overweight, you wanted to tighten everything up and be more, what's the word? Fit, I guess. And if you were thin, you wanted to gain some weight and add muscle. I don't know. I don't know the word. You just wanted to be more muscly, okay? You didn't want to be You didn't want to be, you didn't want to have fat, and you didn't want to be too thin. Whatever your situation was, you just wanted to be fit and have like muscle on you and be toned. I guess maybe that's the word I'm looking for. You wanted to look toned and fit. You wanted to be fit. You wanted to be healthy. Okay? You wanted to look good too. And so, and I see, I feel like maybe you got braces. I feel like maybe you, I'm seeing total glow up. But here's the thing. It wasn't just like you went out and paid $1,000 for some, for a spray tan and some extensions in your hair and some acrylics and a facial. It's like you worked hard for a year. And you lost the weight, you gained the weight, you did the exercise, you did the meal prep, you did the, you did therapy, you know, to work through issues. You worked on becoming more spiritual. You started meditating. You did things to help your mind, body, and spirit. And you may have gotten extensions and a spray tan, whatever. But I'm telling you, it was through your sheer will that a lot of this stuff happened. And a lot of these improvements were made. And now you feel better about yourself. You feel better about the way you look. You have more energy. You just all around, you freaking did it. You just did it. Okay? You showed the willpower, the sheer will, whatever it took. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I was always thin until menopause. I'm a little TMI here. And then, you know, depression, and I didn't get the hot flashes and stuff. I just immediately got depressed, and I'd never had depression before in my life. So they put me on some antidepressants, and I gained like 30 or 40 pounds like immediately in a couple months' time. And I've gotten some of it off, but it's been a fight for the last 10 years because also, you know, lack of energy and focus, and, you know, it's been a battle. But I'm starting to even get sick of myself. Like, I see people making things happen and doing things, and I'm like, what the F is wrong with you? Do it. Make it happen. And it's not even so much that I'm physically tired. It's like I forget. It's like I make these lists and I plan and okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to go on these 2 walks a day, and I wake up the next day and it's like I'm in another dimension and I totally forgot my plan. And then a week later I remind myself of my plan again and I don't know what's wrong. But enough about me. I'll figure it out. But I want to be like you because you did it. That's the energy that I'm getting. You freaking did it. Okay? You took action with passion. Look at the orange and the red and the fire in the background. Action. And we have valiant courage. Take action with passion. You did it. Psychic development. You worked on yourself. You meditated. You thought. You went to therapy. You figured out why you did self-sabotage. You figured out what will make me feel better about myself. What will make me happier. What will give me more energy. You figured out what those things were. You wrote them down. You figured out a plan. You did the plan. And people find that freaking attractive. You owned it. You took responsibility for it. You made it happen. You worked hard. And I would venture to say that you are very fit. And again, it doesn't matter if you weigh 120 pounds or 200 pounds. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're taking care of yourself. You care about yourself. You're eating as healthy as you can. You're staying active. You have some flexibility. You move. and when you walk, it's evident that you are living in your own body, and that you're, you know what I'm saying? There's some people that are like so disconnected from their bodies, or like their bodies, when their bodies start to fail, it's like they disconnect from their bodies and they feel like their bodies are betraying them. And I don't know, because thank God I've never had like cancer or anything like that, but I imagine that's how you feel, like, how can my body betray me and turn against me like this, is what I'm thinking. Like, maybe that's a feeling that people get, because I'm feeling that way just from, you know, age and the issue that I just told you about. Like disconnected and like mad, you know, like how can this be happening, kind of a deal. But you owned it. So I'd say what makes you feel attractive is you make things happen. You take responsibility. You own it. You make things better. And I'm sure whatever it is, you look good. When you walk, it's like this is someone that cares about themselves. This is someone who takes care of themselves. Again, when I was talking about working out, losing weight, gaining weight, I'm more talking about being healthy, taking care of yourself. And that is obvious, and people find that extremely attractive. Again, I do feel like you've done things, whether some of it may be cosmetic, extensions, filler, whatever. You've done whatever it is that you need to do in order to feel better about yourself. And I feel that you look good. Feminine, masculine, you took responsibility for yourself, mind, body, and soul, and you made it better, and you feel good about yourself, and that's attractive as hell. Okay? Let's talk about some other things. One thing that people find very attractive about you, group number 3, is that you actually listen. Okay? You pay attention to people. You care. You engage. You're a good listener. You probably listen more than you speak, which can be rough. It can be hard not to, you know, oh yeah, you know, I had something similar. You really listen. You really engage, and people find that very attractive. With full spectrum, I think I kind of have to go back here to the work that you did. I feel like all this work that you did, this action that you took to make yourself a better person, I feel like, I don't know if you consciously like sat down and listed out all the chakras and all the ways that you need to heal your chakras, but I feel like with this work that you like did a full spectrum chakra thing, and you kind of healed all your chakras. Like you worked on your, I just really feel like you either started meditating or listening to binaural beats or something to like calm your mind. And I feel like you kind of calmed your mind, started observing your thoughts, maybe opened your third eye a little bit, whether you did it on purpose or not. I feel like you're speaking more of your own truth. I feel like you healed your throat chakra, your heart chakra, all the, you know, the sacral, all the other chakras. I feel like you went through all of them, and all the work that you did, you like opened and up everything and balanced everything out. You know what the funny thing is? I feel like you may have even changed your aura color. If you have gotten your aura done, go get it done again. Like if you got it done before, go get it done again. I just went to Sedona and got my aura done. And let me tell you, I had a crisis. I I didn't expect for it to be like purple or anything. I'm certainly no Buddha or, you know, anything like that. But, you know, I thought maybe like bluish or greenish. I've really been working on stuff, I thought. And I guess there's nothing wrong with having a red aura. But it was so shocking because about a couple years ago I changed my favorite color from red to purple. And I painted my walls a super duper light violet, and I surrounded myself with more lightness because I wanted to lighten up and I wanted to be more spiritual. And I am, and there's other things that I'm doing. But I was just so shocked when my aura was red and yellow, and then there was orange. And I looked it up, and it's not a bad thing at all. But it was just, I don't know, I thought it would be more like mellow. So I don't know. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm having a crisis, an identity crisis, because my favorite color used to be red, but I changed it. And for my aura to be red was just like so shocking. So if you've got your aura done and then you did all this work, go get your aura done again. There's places that, you know, you put your hand on a thing and they take a picture and it shows you what your aura is. And I know mine's red because the next day I went somewhere else because I didn't believe it. And it was still red and yellow. And I'm like, well, son of a, right? So anyway, I feel like your aura has changed. I feel like it's lighter and more balanced. And I feel like you're lighter and more balanced just with everything that you've done. And then with the, I'm not even sure how to say it, Imam Coeli. It's like, it's like a house and a half, and it's in astrology. And I had to Google it because I had no idea what the hell this is. And it's about like a parental energy. Okay? And also like Cancer. So if you are a Cancer, the Cancer, the sign. And so if you are a Cancer, this may be confirmation for you. It's like around the 3rd and the 4th house. And then it relates to Cancer. So, my goodness, puppy, please don't gag. What's the matter? So, the 3rd house is your rational mind, your communication skills, early experiences. And house 4 is about cultural family roots, home life. So early learning, home life. So this is a reflection on who you are at the root. And it says root there, and I'm kind of getting that. It's more like your nature versus your nurture. So the message that I'm getting here with the sign of Cancer, the mother and the father influence, is that you're a very loving, caring, and nurturing person. And you don't get that for everyone. None of the other, I didn't get that in any of the other readings. So I think that's something that with the listen card, I think people find that very attractive about you. That at your root, at your basis, you were born this nurturing, loving, parental, nurturing is the word, caring person who listens. And this is who you are. at your root. Okay? You were born like this. And I think people find that very attractive. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what other information we can get. So, as far, we got a lot of personality traits. We got a lot of, you know, things you've been through that, and, you know, how you are, who you are, that people find attractive. Physically, very in touch with your body. Done a lot of holistic work on everything, and it shows. You are fit, you have energy. I would say you probably have very clear skin, you bright eyes, white eyes. Definitely not like overweight, broken out skin, red eyes, you know, like someone who has some unhealthy habits. I see you as looking very healthy, very fit, and that is very attractive. You may be more prone to workout, you know, casual workout clothes like leggings, you know, sweats, or you know, those kind of clothes. Maybe more workout leisure clothes is kind of your thing that you're more comfortable in. Let's see what we get. We have the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, Judgment, and the Ace of Wands. So I do see that with the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords, that there was something about yourself that you did not like, that you chose to walk away from, and you took control. You owned it. And like I said, I feel like you sat down and you wrote down every single thing that you didn't like. And then you came up with a plan to change it. And you worked that plan. And you changed it. Admirable, amazing. But I see that you were hurting before then. And I think maybe it was the heartbreak. Maybe it was the loss. Maybe it was you looked in the mirror and you're like, why are you treating yourself so shitty? You're breaking your own heart. Maybe someone said something horrible to you that spurred you on. But there was some kind of pain and loss that spurred you on to this. And you decided to walk away from the old way of life. Okay? With Judgment and the Ace of Wands, we've got a total new exciting start. We've got, with Judgment, we've got like you gave yourself a second chance. You stopped judging yourself so harshly. You gave yourself a second chance. Okay? Ace of Wands is an exciting, new, passionate start. And that's what you gave yourself. I think people are inspired by you. Okay? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. With the I'm getting the same nurturing feeling from the Queen of Pentacles that I got from this card. It's just who you are. Firm, solid foundation. You own it. You build it. You manifest it. I would definitely say not only have you built yourself up and your body and your health and your skin and everything, I would say with this Queen of Pentacles, you have really created a solid foundation for yourself as well. I would imagine that, I always say this, whether it is a nice apartment and a Toyota, you know, that runs well and is dependable, or whether it's a mansion in a Bentley or whatever the rich people are driving around these days, whatever it is, you've got yourself a sweet, solid, decent setup. And people find that very attractive, and not like gold diggerish. But I mean, if you have a choice between, you know, someone who doesn't seem to care, doesn't manifest, doesn't make things happen, and I'm not talking down, because maybe someone's depressed and they are living in their mom's basement while they're trying to get their shit together. But if you happen to run into that person, and someone who's out and who has a job and who has a car and who's doing stuff and making things happen, who are you going to be attracted to? You're going to be more attracted to someone like you, group number 3, because you make things happen. And if there's something you're not happy with, you change it through sheer will. So that quality is your most attractive feature. You take responsibility, you own it, you make it happen. It doesn't hurt that you're good looking, you're fit, you're healthy, you're vibrant. I'd be real interested in knowing what color your chakra is, if you've gotten it done. I think they probably do it in major cities. You just have to find like a spiritual center. I don't think Sedona is the only place where they do it, I'm sure. So anyway, group number 3, this is what makes you so attractive, and you're very admirable. So this is what I have for you. If this does resonate, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you have not, please do subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you next time, group 3. Hang in there. Bye-bye.